Well, Jasper Philipsen does it again. He's the king of this 2023 Tour de France, winning today ahead of Dylan Groenewegen and Phil Bauhaus. 180 kilometers, well, about 179.8, I believe. And right away, we had an escape go free. Andre Amador, the Costa Rican rider, soon after kilometer zero, he was gone. He was joined by Mathis Level and Daniel Oss. Those three rode free, and they were never seen again until around 50 kilometers to go, when two of those riders were coming back and Daniel Oss persisted to go to the finish line. Daniel Oss, of course, that Superdome mystique that's worked so many years for Peter Sagan, and today he was trying to have his chance, but it was a bit desperate, to be honest. And to be honest, it was a bit of a sleeper of a stage. You might have noticed some action. Well, that was from a deer crossing the road with around 50 kilometers to go, shooting out from one side over to the other side. Luckily, the deer decided to take the animal crossing a little bit ahead of the peloton, and we skirted disaster. Coming in towards the finish was the GC team, specifically Jumbo-Visma with their yellow jersey leader, Jonas Vingegaard, last year's Tour de France winner, and of course in the yellow jersey right now as we stand in stage 11. Jonas, they wanted to keep protected coming into the final, but then also pay attention. After the final 3 kilometers, Jumbo-Visma gave Wout van Aert the freedom to go for the stage win, and it was Christophe Laporte who was doing the lead-out work for Wout van Aert. But attention, the team of Alpecin de Koenig came to the front because they have Jasper Philipsen and they wanted to help him to that 4th victory. But you would have noticed today, Mathieu van der Poel, he's feeling a bit off, so he wasn't there for the lead-out duties. Instead, we were looking at the other men to be the all-stars for Jasper Philipsen, and specifically with Søren Kragh Andersen taking those 2 right-hand turns coming into the final 2 kilometers. A pure powerhouse doing the work that was needed to set up Jasper Philipsen. Then Lotto Soudal, Jasper de Boost leading out for Caleb Ewan. Things were getting dicey. On the left-hand side, you see the multicolored jersey of Lidl Trek, while as Jasper Stuyven leading up for stage winner Mads Pedersen. And as they started to push up there on the left, on the right, we saw Jayco Alula start to make their moves, and it was Luka Meškik, the Slovenian rider, leading out for Dylan Groenewegen. This morning I spoke with team boss Jerry Ryan, and he said today was going to be the day for Dylan if it was going to happen, because they believe today truly suited their superstar sprinter after he finished 4th the other day when Mads Pedersen won on the uphill sprint. So they were coming up to the right, but then attention, there's the yellow and red team of Uno X, the Norwegian team, the first Norwegian team in the Tour de France, pushing up. Søren Warnskjold leading for Alexander Kristoff, and they came with quite speed, and it appeared that Alexander Kristoff, the veteran in the sprints, might have a shot. Søren and Alexander started to drift left, and Dylan Groenewegen opened up the gas, zipping towards the finish line, but Jasper Philipsen, there is no stopping him in this 2023 edition of the Tour de France. He roared past Dylan Groenewegen for the stage victory, 2nd going to Dylan Groenewegen, and 3rd, Phil Bauhaus, who's been on the podium here in the sprints too many times to count. Dylan Groenewegen, unfortunately, wasn't able to pull off the victory today. And if you look at some of the disappointments of the day, would have to be Caleb Ewan. He's a stage winner in the past multiple times in the Tour de France. We kind of expected more of him in this Tour de France 2023. And also, Wout van Aert, he's a great rider, don't get me wrong, but he's not at that super form that we saw in the past. Usually, when given the opportunity like Jumbo-Visma gave him today, he would follow off that will of Christophe Laporte and he would pull off a stage win. Well, we're 11 stages into this 2023 edition, and Van Aert doesn't count 1 stage win yet, which is a bit unusual compared to the 2022 edition. But let's look at this team, Alpecin de Koenig, because they are really pulling their weight here in the sprints. It's been kind of the momentum with all-star super rider Mathieu van der Poel really rallying the team. If he can't win for himself, he's making sure Jasper Philipsen has that shot. And though Van der Poel was a bit off today, he made sure that the other riders were there to do the work for Jasper Philipsen's eventual win. Eventual win here on site in Moulins, stage 11, going to Jasper Philipsen.